Hello and thank you for finding your way over to my informational video. My name is Vanessa Johnson and I work with 8th grade English Language Arts students as a graduate teacher resident. Based on the data I collected, evaluated, and analyzed over the past few weeks, I identified 2 areas of need, and today I will be giving you tools to better navigate multisensory learning and informational text at home as together we work to support the whole child. So let's get started. This video will have 2 sections, one for each area of need, and is narrated in English with Spanish captions and translations. At the end of this video, we will recap our takeaways. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. In part 1 of our video, our goal is to build the essential skills necessary to create and sustain a multisensory learning environment for your child. In this portion of the video, we will learn the difference between multisensory and traditional learning approaches, explore the benefits of multisensory learning and challenges of traditional learning, examine practical ways to support your child at home. In part 2 of the informational video, our goal is to understand informational text and develop strategies to improve your child's reading comprehension and writing literacy skills when engaging with informational text. In this portion of the video, we will define informational text and explore why it is challenging for scholars, describe ways to integrate informational text into your home life, and build a toolbox of strategies to bridge in-class instruction with at-home reinforcement. Multisensory versus traditional learning environments. What is traditional learning? Traditional learning is an instructional style that delivers information mainly through sight and sound. Think of lectures and worksheets. What is multisensory learning? Multisensory learning is engaging all 5 senses to support the 4 domains of child development, namely physical, cognitive, social, emotional, and language development. Multisensory learning is broken down into tactile, bodily kinesthetic, auditory, and visual reasoning and learning. Why is multisensory learning important? Multisensory learning is important because it engages students, appeals to students' varied learning styles, benefits English language learners and children with disabilities. It sustains attention and stimulates a greater interest in learning. Traditional learning is inflexible. Memorization is often the focus. Depth of knowledge and higher order thinking are often neglected. Learners are seldom able to make real-world connections with what they are learning and do not develop essential skills such as researching. Students are often unmotivated in a traditional learning environment as it lacks creativity and does not include them in the learning process. Implications at home. So what can you do at home? Begin by assessing your child's learning style. Complete a learning styles questionnaire. The results of the assessment will give you an idea of what types of changes to make to the physical space, what modalities to include, and which activities most support their learning. The score will help them retain information, build schema, and improve the time in which it takes them to learn and apply a new skill. Go over the scores with your child. Help them become self-aware and partially responsible for their own learning. Links to sample questionnaires, learning styles, inventory forms, and strategy suggestions for each learning style are provided below. Here are a few sample questions. I can easily recognize differences between similar sounds. I like to create or use jingles, rhymes to learn things. I wish more classes had hands-on experiences. What else can you do? Expose your child to and integrate all learning styles into your everyday life. Multisensory learning is not exclusive to content area material, curriculum, and instruction. Lastly, you can reinforce academic standards and learning targets in ways best suitable for your child. Let's look at 2 examples. For a visual and tactile learner, create an interactive chore chart to keep your child on task and promote autonomy. In school, your child is reading Macbeth and has an upcoming quiz on the first 100 pages. For a bodily kinesthetic learner, have your child summarize and synthesize the plot, demonstrate character development, and recall important details through a dramatic performance. Implications at home. So what can you do at home? Begin by assessing your child's learning style. Complete a learning styles questionnaire. The results of the assessment will give you an idea of what types of changes to make to the physical space, what modalities to include, and which activities most support their learning. The score will help them retain information, build schema, and improve the time in which it takes them to learn and apply a new skill. Go over the scores with your child. Help them become self-aware and partially responsible for their own learning. Links to sample questionnaires, learning styles, inventory forms, and strategy suggestions for each learning style are provided below. Here are a few sample questions. I can easily recognize differences between similar sounds. I like to create or use jingles, rhymes to learn things. I wish more classes had hands-on experiences. What else can you do? Expose your child to and integrate all learning styles into your everyday life. Multisensory learning is not exclusive to content area material, curriculum, and instruction. Lastly, you can reinforce academic standards and learning targets in ways best suitable for your child. Let's look at two examples. For a visual and tactile learner, create an interactive chore chart to keep your child on task and promote autonomy. In school, your child is reading Macbeth and has an upcoming quiz on the first 100 pages. For a bodily kinesthetic learner, have your child summarize and synthesize the plot, demonstrate character development, and recall important details through a dramatic performance. What is informational text and why is it difficult for scholars? Informational text is expository text, nonfiction text. The author's purpose is to provide factual information to readers. Examples include scientific journals, scholarly journals, textbooks, brochures, news articles, and event flyers. Why is informational text so challenging? Informational text often requires reading stamina, background knowledge, and includes complex, unfamiliar vocabulary, which can present challenges for traditional students, English learner students, and students with disabilities. Take a look at these informational text samples. You may be wondering, what can you do at home? Exposure and integration into your everyday home life. Be intentional. Have your child pick a recipe as frequently as your life allows, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. It can be anywhere from beginner to advanced. Have them read it aloud or enable read aloud if it's been searched online. Have them investigate any unknown ingredients or cooking processes and write out the grocery list. Listen to CNN News and read about current events. Before going on family outings to places like the museum, the aquarium, or the zoo, a new city, state, or country, have your child research a related topic. Read through class syllabi at the beginning of the year. Have your child read maps and brochures while on vacation and point out features related to the style and the structure of the text. Are there headings? Are there diagrams? Read for 20 minutes a day. It's been shown to increase literacy performance. Get to know your child's interests and find related informational text. Include nonfiction books, passages, and writing samples in your child's daily or at least regular reading. Now let's discuss some ways to support your child with informational text as it relates to schoolwork. Expose your child to the material in a more digestible manner. Find a simpler text that covers the same material for a pre-reading exercise. Scan the informational text for unfamiliar vocabulary. Activate prior knowledge by asking questions before and after reading. Encourage your child to annotate by leaving notes in the margin, summarizing main points, noting questions they may have, highlighting, referring to images, and writing down connections they make to the text. Chunk the reading. Break the reading down into sections, pausing to summarize before moving on. Use concept maps to guide identifying cause and effect. Explain sequence, list descriptions, compare and contrast. Follow the development of problems and their receptive solutions. To break down unfamiliar vocabulary words, practice using context clues and breaking words down by their morphemes or smallest parts of the word. For example, a child may not know what a nephrologist is when they come across it in an article. But if they know that the title of the unit is the excretory system of the human body, and they know ologist normally refers to the specialist in a specific study, then they can use that information to answer a multiple choice question about the kidneys that may not have been explicitly stated in the text. Thanks for watching.